Anka Amrawai to take up this presentation from me. Thank you so very much, Mama.
Okay, I was muted, I didn't know. Thank you so very much. Good evening, good afternoon, and also good morning to our people in the diaspora, those who are in our time zone and those who are also out of our time zone. I welcome you all here to this wonderful day. It's always an exciting time when we talk about testimonies. I always learn something new. I hear something new, and for me, it's a perpetual thing, it's a new thing. Each day brings a different testimony. We are on to something really wonderful. And just like our convener has just said, Alex, when you are here, you don't want to miss a minute of whatever it is we'll be sharing today. So please, as much as possible, just be like sponges. I'm a teacher by passion, and I keep telling my students that whenever I'm teaching or whenever we are saying we are learning, the mode or the right mode to be in learning is to be like a sponge, absorb everything that is being said. And today, because you're going to be hearing really, really exciting things, be at your best. Let us have your rapt attention here. Do not be distracted. Do not let anything, in fact, put off anything that's going to distract you because you don't want to miss a minute of what we'll be sharing here tonight. So without much ado, I'm just going to be asking a couple of people here, I myself inclusive, by the way, who have used this wonderful product that I'm introducing to you. I'm not going to waste too much time in telling you the details of what is what, but by the time you finish listening to the testimonies, you'll be asking us, what is this thing? I want it. I know someone that needs it. And I tell you, everybody actually needs it. We are presenting here to you tonight the special effect, the after effect, the product of our double stem cells, of our crystal cell, of our Actra Plus, of our H2O, very exciting Miracle Intense. And we will have a new Fort Light, new Fort and new light products also coming up. If I've not mentioned anyone, by the time you're hearing the testimonies, you will hear the name of this product. We've been telling you about this thing. Some of you may have heard about it before, but I tell you, there will still be testimony that you've not heard. And by the time we are done today, you'll be clamoring to know some more and how you can lay your hands on it. So I will just go right on and ask, because we don't have so much time, we want to run through and you get as much value as you can today. We just want to call on to some of our leaders, some of them may not even hearing here tonight. So let your ears be glued, your attention wrapped. I'm going to call onto the stage number one person, one lady I love so much, well-spoken, soft-spoken, passionate, because she has seen how it works. And by the time you hear her speak, eloquent as well too, you will know that we are not just talking about what someone who doesn't know what we're talking about is. She is well-learned, well-educated, eloquent, and she had loads and loads of testimonies. Right about now, I'll call on our leader, Alaja Sekinat Lawal, that lovely lady, to come on board and share with us some of the testimonies she has with the use of our Phytoscience products. Alaja, are you there?
Yes, ma. Good evening, ma.
Come out with all the emojis. I just love it. And you will know why then. Welcome on board, ma'am.
We welcome all our guests in-house tonight. It's been a wonderful experience with Phytoscience all the time. Yes, I've been a product of these products, and I've seen so many other people who have used the products.
Sorry, ma'am. Alex, could you spotlight her?
Hello, ma'am.
Alex, yes, I'd like to, because her video is on. Oh, thank
Okay.
you.
Yes. Okay. Good evening, everybody in house. It's always came just a week to now. Yes. These ones that I want to share is just a week. There is this woman that has very chronic sickle cell case. About 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks now, she had to be transfused at one of the general hospitals here in Lagos. Despite the blood transfusion, despite being on admission for like 2 weeks, she was discharged and she still yes, very chronic case of sickle cell anemia. The second one has to do with infertility. This young lady, I've told her she will still come here someday to come and share her testimony. When she started with the silver package, I was thinking she will still need to go to gold, because I think her marriage is just like maybe 7 years. But she sent a message to me, Ma, I went for tests and I can tell you that I'm now pregnant. These
Wow.
are the two, and she has hormonal imbalance. From my results, about 3 complaints that she has, and her husband also has, some little problems here and there. So I told her for fertility cases, the two of you be on our stem cell, the small people and the double stem cell. Most especially for ladies, crystal cell will be much more better for reproductive health matters. So we thank God today.
It's a nice I want to go now.
Pregnant now.
No,
Yes,
what-
we thank God for the gift of phytoscience. The third testimony I would like to share came from, this is someone who is not sick, healthy, okay. But I also, we need to really take care of ourselves. We don't need to wait till we are sick. Here and there. I just encourage her to be on her best. And she just sent a voice note to me today that I'm almost done with the product. So I've finished my snuffy pouch and my crystal cell. It only remains the actual plus. I now ask her through a voice note that, what did you notice? Because she's not safe. So I just said, what did you notice? And I was glad when she replied. I should have even played her voice note here, but let me just recap what she said. That whenever she goes for morning walk, She feels busy easily. She gets tired easily. What she noticed in the last 2 weeks is that she's more,
Active, alert,
yeah, she's more
rejuvenated.
relaxed. The all the dizziness are no longer there. And despite the exercises she's been doing, she didn't actually get tired as she used to. And that she used to feel this pain on her lower back pain that um, she noticed that this has gone down tremendously. The third thing she said, that she craved for things easily before. That one thing she noticed that immediately she started with her smoothie pot, she doesn't get hungry. Is I think it sort of regulates whatever she's taking.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that for the first time anyway, but I
Oh, yeah.
know
Oh,
that
yeah.
it's possible. It's something that can control weight, people gaining weight and other things. Definitely, there is a way to regulate your food intake and some other things. So we have many of these testimonies. We have many of them coming. I just because these ones are just coming today and few days, I said let's share this here for the benefit of those who are because I know a lot of our leaders have share their experience here tonight. I just say let me stick to that of that sickle cell, the fertility case, and this last one. For the benefit of those who are new here, I can assure you, nobody has been on this therapy, the Phytoscience self product, and we regret ever doing so. Let me give other leaders chance to share their
Wow.
own experience.
Thank you so very much. I'm just feeling anxious. I can like not sit in one place. This is the excitement I always get whenever I listen to this wonderful lady. You know, it's like people attract these things. The people that will come with the kind of problem that you will solve, and then yeah, this is it. This is just it. See what you mentioned, fibroid. If you know the trouble that fibroid gives to people this day and time, I don't know, something, maybe it's our diet, I don't know, but you find more and more women, African women, Black women of African descent, coming down with the issues of fibroid. And it has given so, yeah, she said she had had surgery twice. Not easy to go under the knife once. She did it twice, and yet she had problems. But when she came across our products, it became history. And of course, what we take care of fibroid will also deal with issues of fertility. You see about fertility. If you haven't experienced it, you would not appreciate it. 7 years of marriage. I can imagine what all the in-laws would have said. What all the, in our climb here, when the woman gets married, 3 months, they'll be looking at the waistline. 1 year, 2 years. They will not even wait up to 2 years. They will start asking what is happening. And then 7 years. And here she comes with her products, a silver package at that. Silver package is just 6 months of products. And she's tested positive. I can imagine the joy of that family. Not just herself, not just her husband, but like her mother, her father, her siblings, everybody would have been happy. Fertility is a do or die affair, unfortunately, but that is the way it is. So anything that will take care of fertility, for me, is what is weight in gold, probably more than that. And then she went on to talk about sickle cell. I have a cousin who has sickle cell. She's in her 40s now, 50 now, but I know the kind of trouble she went through. In fact, she has she limps because of sickle cell. Is a lot of pain. Is a lot of pain. And here comes someone who has been giving our product. We have loads and loads of those kind of testimonies of taking a double stem cell, taking a crystal cell, taking a snowfield fort in particular, that is the blood food we call it, and crises and pains become history. These are no simple testimonies. I heard what she said about someone taking the product and then she doesn't have hunger for. I have experienced that. I have an in-law who is a diabetic, and then he does not go to taking double stem cell. You know why? Because for him, when he takes it, he can go for longer stretches without getting those hunger cravings. So that does that for him. For him, the more a type 2 diabetic can stay off food, the better, because their insulin resistance improves. So I can imagine someone who wants to lose weight or who has that kind of impact, and then that jolt of energy. Anytime I put that powder under my tongue, for the next 2-3 hours, it's no wonder some people think it's cocaine. That is the effect of our wonderful, wonderful product. Don't let me talk too much. We have someone is raising his or her hand. Najat, could you please, do you have a testimony or you have a question? If it's a question, you could just hold on. Okay, I can see the person cannot hear, the audio is not connected. So if you invited anybody with that ID, kindly write instructions, or someone, one of our co-hosts or one of our members should kindly write instructions on how the person can be connected to the audio. SS Lizzie, just hold on. After we finish, we give room for questions as well. But we are on to this now. Yes, like Aladi Shakina said, we have loads and loads of testimonies. I want to give room to 1 or 2 people. Wow, are we going to be able to finish this before our 1 hour? Let's see. Let's go anyway. Yes, right about now, I'm also going to be calling another one, a trailer load full of testimony person. And this person is very dear to my heart. Don't be jealous. It just happens that this is my beloved son in whom I'm well pleased. He has testimonies of himself. He has testimonies of a wowing, mind-blowing, I don't know what adjective to give to it. Some of the testimony, I pick myself again and I say, Prof, okay, I left the cat out of the bag. What did you give to that person? Is it this same thing? What did you give? Actually mind-blowing. Sometimes they look unbelievable, and yet it is reality, unembellished, like Alex would say. We say it the way it is. And who else would like to share the testimonies that you are going to believe, apart from a person who is authentic? He's a professor of physics at that. That's a professor that they dash and he worked for it. He's the first class during. And somebody who was actually skeptical about what we're talking about. And so if he can testify about this, then he can be certain. He cannot keep his mouth shut. He's all over the place. Facebook knows him. Everybody that does not even know him has known him because he keeps talking about his testimony. Please welcome my own son, Professor Babatunde Adeloye. The stage is yours, sir.
Thank you so much.
Give us some of your testimonies.
Sweet mother, Mama Anka. When you introduced these products to me, I didn't know that was going to be the solution to my problems, my 40-year problem. Thank you so much for making me to get across this opportunity.
Is Paul's video on? Prof, is your video on? I can't
My
see
video
the
is on.
screen from here.
My video is on.
Okay. Alex, please spotlight him for me. I can't do that as a co-host. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mama Anka.
Yes.
And my grandma in the business, Big Boss, Alex, thanks for putting this meeting together. The Tuesday meetings have been wonderful. Alaja Shekinat, wonderful testimony. Great leaders in the house. It's nice to be here this evening. And a warm welcome to our guests from wherever they have been zooming into this meeting. I'm the kind of person that never gives a 2-week-old testimony, because within a week, I must have got about 10 Right now, I have 13 testimonies that I picked. I just handpicked 13 out of my testimonies. And I'm sure I won't be able to exhaust all the 13. But before I go into it, let us see what I got to discuss with my colleague earlier this week, 2 days ago. He has been seeing my testimonies, and he called to ask, all the testimonies are you these things true? I said, yes. He now said, okay, do you have anybody in our faculty who has taken these products and the products worked for? I said, there are 33 of us in the faculty that signed up. 33. It's not easy for lecturers to see because they are very skeptical about things. For 33 of them to sign up in a single faculty, that's a lot. I started mentioning names. Call this person, call this person, call this person. About 8 professors, the remaining ones, about 5 doctors. He said, wow, that the only thing he's looking for now is money. These are people you can easily walk up to and ask. And I've told him, just go, is it breast cancer handled by one of our colleagues, or brain tumor, or the one that could not kneel before, but because she took Snoopy Fort alone, she knelt. Or the colleague that was to die of ascites. No one water gathers somewhere in the tummy. Ascites is a killer. And the doctors did not know what to do. He became so lean that his own younger brother did not recognize him anymore. And it just took 1 pack of double stem cell to sort that out. That is just by the way. Let me now go into my testimonies for the day. The first one I'm going to mention is that of the revered uncle, I would say, because I've known each other now for some time, and he was battling diabetes. A month ago, he came on to, he wrote a message to me and said he took the products because he registered half food. He took the products and then he said he did not see any effect. He did not notice anything and lambasted me. Someone else directed him to me. So I went up to that person to tell him that this is what Daddy said about me. But the uncle that referred him to me did not have the time to talk about it that day. Before the following day, I think it was 11 p.m., the revered daddy went on my platform and said that people should be the ones giving testimonies. I should allow people to give testimonies because things are not the way I've been painting them. I now downloaded the testimonies I gave one woman who doubted me. I mentioned names, and the following day she signed up. So I gave Daddy products for a month, free of charge. And this is his testimony after it. Blood pressure, 127/70, perfect. Blood sugar, 98. The only one we're waiting for now is prostate. But since I've handled so many cases of prostate enlargement, that's no bother to me because I know it will come out 100% perfect. Since then, Daddy has not bothered me because he got what he wanted. I'll just be looking at, how is it possible for you to take the products for 6 months for diabetes and won't see any changes? It is not just possible. Now, this is my own testimony. I put it on my broadcast list that there should be something inside your first aid box, or 2 things, crystal cell and miracle intense essence. I had a bout with my teeth recently, and I came up with one conclusion that made me to change the way I recommend crystal cell when I say people should take crystal cell. You know, place crystal cell under your tongue, pour it under your tongue, put your tongue on top, and allow it to stay there for 15 minutes. There's no way some of it won't mix up with the saliva. Let that one run over your teeth and your gums. You won't have any problems with your gums and your teeth. Why did I say it should be in the first aid box? If you are not at home, maybe you traveled, and your son or your daughter or your mommy or daddy had to take, and they knew where it would be because you might be hiding your products. I don't rule it out. Some people will be hiding products. I can bet my pensions some people are hiding products in their homes. But put some products in the first aid box, crystal cell and miracle intense essence. So if they have toothache they can just go to the box, pick crystal cell, and pour on the spot wherever they are having that tooth problem. I can assure you, no problem. I'm not asking you not to see the dentist, but between the time you see you start feeling the pain and the time you see the dentist, this will help you a lot. You may not even need to see, but I don't like saying that you need to see the dentist because we also need dentists. We want to clean our teeth and things like that. And you don't want it with your tooth. The earlier you see the dentist, the better. But with crystal cell, even if you have to see the dentist, it will start taking care of the problem, right? It will regenerate even the bones under the teeth. I'm sure by the time you see your doctor, it will just be a routine checkup. But still go ahead. We don't say don't see your doctor. See your doctor. And why do you need miracle intense essence? I once had hot water pouring on my body. What I did was just spray miracle intense essence. It did not scar, I did not feel the pain. You need those two things at least inside your first aid box. In my office, I've touched so many lives. I thank God that God brought this product to me and I've been able to touch so many lives. At least 143 people that I've touched, at least. I've recorded 1.5 hours of my testimonies, personal testimonies. And if you see the recording, there are 3 people in my office, 2 office staff and one person in the area of technology. And what they had, each of them had was arthritis. The 2 women in my office had it so bad that if one of them sat, if she shifted forward, she would be in trouble. Last week, we were talking about these products again, and she said, anytime most times when I walk, I just find myself kneeling because my knees will give way. And the other one said, yes, it used to happen to me too. They took the products and then all the symptoms gone. One of them was wearing knee brace. Her waist was bad. The knee was showing the reddish color of inflammation. And the other one said, anytime she arrived at the faculty, she first sit in the porter's lodge because there's no way she can have the energy to even climb the first flight of stairs. But now that even when she climbed the first staircase, she will now move to the other end of the room, of the corridor, to climb the second staircase. Now she climbs straight to the second floor. And she said, she was just a few days ago, she saw the technologist running up the stairs. That man used to cling to the staircase if he wanted to get to the second floor. And if he mistakenly did not do something he should have done when he came to the office, he would say, oh my God, how am I going to get to the second floor again? The man raced up the stairs and this woman ran after him. Wonderful. My cousin, I think I should stop here. Mommy.
I know, Auntie.
I think I should stop for now. Should I stop?
No, don't stop yet. That's we are just really getting onto it.
All right, man. No, my cousin said he had symptoms of enlarged prostate. And then he sent a message, he called me, and I sent some products to him. Later, I found out that he didn't have any problem with his prostate. He saw the doctor, and the doctor said, you know, we came to your parish, he's a priest, and we talked about prostate problems. That is why we are having the symptoms. And the moment he heard that, he was peed about 10 times every night. He stopped peeing 10 times. He peed only once because his mind was playing tricks on him. So I now saw him, we had a family occasion just recently, last Saturday, and we met after a long time. And he now said, well, it took care of his high blood pressure, that he was not paid for years and he had developed high blood pressure. For 8 years, he had high blood pressure. And just how many packs? 2 packs of this product took care of his high blood pressure. Then a former student of mine signed up by somebody that I signed up, a colleague, because we both taught him, signed up silver package, only 3 packs of crystal cell. And then he called to tell me that that took care of his high blood pressure as well. That's very good. What about glaucoma? Let me just take this one before I go. Perhaps there'll be more time for me again to come in. My cousin, the elder sister of the one that thought he had prostate problem, had serious glaucoma. She and her husband had glaucoma. You know what it means? The two of them were going blind. My cousin, whenever she's looked at someone at a distance, she only see black from.
Prof, you're muted. Unmute yourself, please.
Hello, ma.
Yes, you can hear you now.
What was the last thing I said, ma?
You're talking about your cousin who could only see black.
Okay, from the neck upwards, black. And now she says, I pray for you every day. The woman was going blind. Glaucoma is supposed to be the toughest problem because the optic nerve is dying. Orthodox medicine says it's irreversible, but that has been proven wrong now. The woman sees clearly. I also have a sickle cell case, but let me just stop here for now. Thank you so much, Mama Anka.
Good. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't even know which one to highlight now. Is it the glaucoma one? Is it the diabetes one? Is it the eye problem or the dental problem? And I agree with you with the issue of dental problem. You know, recently, members of my family went to have dental fixtures done, root canal, what do you call it? Crown and all that, pretty expensive. Dental care is expensive, very, very expensive. And before I came to Phytoscience, I had 2 extractions and then a filling. And then I took them to this dentist who we used, and then she was treating them, putting crown, bridging, and all that. And then she was like, you are waiting, you're not coming to do your own. One cost like 30-something, 50-something thousand to do it. You're waiting, don't worry, you will come, you will come. Maybe when you come to be 100, and I was like, I'm not coming because I have had my own dental issues fixed. There was a time I had a crack on my enamel and it looked as if it was going to like come apart. And then I was in a lot of pains. And then I started taking something as simple, it looks simple, but I mean, it's really miraculous. Double stem cell. And that took care of it. You won't believe it. My enamel grew back and healed back and closed up. And so that crack is no longer there. And this dental pain that Prof is talking about, so I've also experienced. My mom has never had dental problem all her life. My mom is 80. All her teeth is complete, strong, beautiful, clean teeth she has. And then she now says, this I have pain on my gum or on one of my molars or so. So I told her, Mommy, you have double stem cell. She said, yes. Put it directly on it. And that was it. She never needed to go to the hospital anymore. As simple as it is, yet it's effective. Okay, because we still have quite a number of people that want to testify of our products. I have is Eltona around? Is she still around? I heard she raised her hand earlier on. If you are, please unmute and let us hear your testimony before I call on Adetutu. Yes, yes, yes. Where is she? Where are you? Can someone please find her for me? Could you raise your hand again so we can locate you and then ask you to unmute?
Yeah, did you say Eltoda?
Alex, can you please find her for me?
I think she's unmuted already.
Okay.
I
Please.
made her calls.
Okay, she is? Okay. Are you there? Please, let's hear your testimony.
Can you hear me? Good evening. Can you hear me?
Could you speak louder, or is it only me? Is it audible to everybody else?
I heard her perfectly.
Okay. So good evening once again, everybody.
Hi, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, I am Eltoda Adetutu.
Yes.
It's good to be back on the platform once again after a very long time. Yeah, the
Oh,
testimony
lovely. Oh, so good to see your face. Welcome back.
regards
I'm
to
loving your smile too. You're glowing. You're glowing.
regards to you, Mama Anka, to Alex, and to everyone, Prof. You know,
Thank you.
I just want to share this testimony about my niece. You know, I was in the US recently, and this my niece, she makes hair. So this particular day, she was making hair for a little girl, maybe about 3 years or so, you know, and then she wanted to use the hot water to, you know, after she finished, she wanted to put the hair in hot water. And then the mother that was holding the baby's hand, I think she left the hand and the girl used her hand, you know, to the bowl of water. And so my niece was quickly, you know, diverting it away from the baby. And then the water poured on her inner laps, you know, that tie. And then we were looking, what can we put? I then remembered I have the miracle intense. So I brought the miracle intense and she sprayed. Like I said, the inner tie, the whole thing was red, boiling water, you know. We sprayed and sprayed, you know. The only blister was from the mother, you know, when the water poured on her, she was trying to use her hand to, you know, help. So that gave her blister. So when we sprayed a lot of it, you know, at the end of the day, there was no blister, you know, even the skin that scratched, you know, the thing went dry, no blisters, no, you know. So, you know, she herself was odd that, wow, she had seen the effect because one time, you know, she pinched the son on the face and there was a mark. And you know, in America, if a child goes to school with an injury,
you're in trouble.
so I said, what we can use is this miracle intense. So we put the miracle intense. Though by the following day, the scar was there because the skin peeled off, but the face was already dry. So she was now saying the first day she, you know, that the day I applied that was when she really knew the effect. And then with the burn on her leg, no blisters, no, you know, no peelings, nothing, you know. I to testify about the new.
Wow. 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 Please, we need to react to this. We need to react to this because I'm just astonished as to how these things work. And yet it's so real. It's so real. Thank you so much. So much for that beautiful testimony. Just like she said, a lady that bakes, she's one of my neighbors. She lit her gas, her oven, and then she turned it off, not knowing that she didn't turn it off well. So she tried to put it on again and then boom. So her face, her nose, in fact, she had bad burns on her face. And the picture and showed me, I was just horrified. And her hands could have been worse. Then I told her, get the miracle intense. I said, oh, how do I get it? And told her, no, it was a time where miracle intense was not so easily available. But after 3 days, I got it to her. And she used it twice. One, first day, second day, the rate with which she healed, she was just amazed. She was just amazed. And she told everybody that there was. Another lady who had burns, the burns have been there for months already. She just said, go and ask for it, go and ask for it. I'm sure it's going to work for you. At the the lady came, hey, I need an answer. How much is it? I said, this miracle is 30. Then it was how much? 40,000 or so. I said, okay, she's coming back. I didn't see her back, but I know that the lady who had experienced the miracle of the miracle intense knew what she was talking about. So it's real. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Wow. Oh, time. Yet we must hear some of the testimonies that are before us. Our mama in the house. Okay. Alex, are you sharing your screen? Hello, Alex? Can anybody else see a screen, or somebody is, oh, please, who is sharing their whiteboard? Please, could you stop doing that? Yeah, thank you. Take it back. I'm going to call our real mama, the person who is the mama of the mamas of the grandmother and the great grandmother and great 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 of many of us who are here. She just has to come and share one special testimony. All the testimonies are special, by the way. Even though I tell you that, look, I couldn't sleep, and I took this, and now I sleep deeply, and I sleep, and I wake. That's what my mother said. So when she takes this product, she sleeps when she wants to sleep. She wakes up when she wants. She wakes up refreshed. You think it's not nice? It is not, until you find out that people have to spend money, a lot of money, to be able to sleep a wink. That's when you appreciate what it means to lay your head on your bed and you can sleep. Right about now, with the drum roll, welcome aboard Alex Lexia, our hot mama. Please share with us your testimony.
Hello, everyone. Can somebody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you so very much for granting me this audience. I read from the chat room, someone was asking Professor Adeloye to please come back and share something about a sickle cell. I know a lot of us may want to hear about sickle cell. I also invited someone today who is really, really interested in sickle cell and everything that had to do with sickle cell. I have a very small testimony. Someone says, no matter what the testimony in Phytoscience, it is not small. But before I go ahead, Lillian, Uganda, if you are around, you're going to be taking your testimonies after me just now. So Lily, Uganda, please get yourself ready, get your teammates ready. You're going to share your testimony. Now, I'm sorry, Mama Anka, if I took your job there.
No, good to go, good to go.
Thank you so very much. Now, I got a call. It was sounding like a distress call one afternoon, and it was looking like, if you have seen James Bond movie before, it was really looking like a James Bond movie. A friend of the family called, who had never visited me before, called me. I was not in the house the day that call happened. And the question is, Alex, please, how can I locate you? So if you are in Phytoscience and you're doing whatever it is you're doing for Phytoscience, please continue, because a lot of people are listening, a lot of people are watching you. So this person that I never believed was watching me called me and said, Alex, please, how can I locate you? And I gave the address to my place, and he had to employ Google to get to my place. So what happened? He came with the story of his son. The son is a sickle cell sufferer, and the son had a terrible malaria. You know, malaria does not go well with people with sickle cell. And because of that, the child was hospitalized, and they got a line set for drip for the child to be hydrated. Funny enough, from that single needle prick, the place began to open. It opened and opened and became a very big wound, a terrible wound. And the wound was just sitting pretty there. The hospital did everything and nothing was helping. The wound was refusing to heal, and it was eating far into the hand of the boy, the palm, and spreading further. And nothing could be done. They've tried everything and nothing was working. And it was affecting the boy, making him lose weight, causing a lot of pain. So this parent came looking for me and like, Alex, I always hear you talk about healing of wound, healing of wound. This is what I'm faced with. I said, okay, let's take this. So I asked them to do the double stem cell and the snowfield forts because of the age of the child. I asked them to do the double stem cell and the snowfield forts. And the third day, they called me and they were fidgeting and like, Alex, the boy is running into crisis. This. I don't think that. I said, calm down. You just calm down. The boy is getting okay. Like, no. I'm saying this because of some people who may be experiencing this when they start the Phytoscience stem cell products. I want to encourage you. You are not in the wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. You are good. Because Phytoscience stem cell works according to individual body metabolism, so it may react to you. It's a cell. It's not going to distort your DNA. It's not the live. It's not the embryonic cells that's going to distort anything. No, this you're safe with it. It is also vegan friendly. So 5 days later, the father called me and was really disturbed. Alex, I said about the healing of the wound. He said, Alex, it's not even the healing of the wound. My son is, I said, calm down. Calm down. If you know what you're doing in Phytoscience, you will always tell them to calm down because at the end of the day, you all will laugh at that, their distress. Exactly a week later, the father was surprised. He just looked at the boy's hand and he saw that the wound was healing pretty. And he also noticed that the boy was not having any crisis. He was not having any pain. He started playing like he used to, and the father was like, come, is anything changing here? Is this boy okay? Are you taking a look at him? Are you sure? 10 days into the therapy, the boy was looking so radiant. He was developing chubby cheeks. The father couldn't believe it. He kept snapping from that 1 week. He kept snapping. Apart from the one he snapped the first time he came and showed me, from the 1 week, he started snapping to show me how the boy was looking. 10 days later, he snapped another one to show me how the hand was looking. And exactly 15 days to 20 days, the wound has healed, it has covered up. It has covered up. Something they've been going from hospital to hospital for 3 months and it is just not showing any sign. It was in 20 days. In 20 days, the father was showing the hand to everybody. It was like, Alex, whatever I cannot do, Alex has done. I said, it's not Alex, it's Phytoscience stem cell. Whatever it is, Phytoscience promises, Phytoscience delivers. So the boy became so playful. He was not falling sick. And I told the father to please continue with the therapy. Do you know I got a report later that for 6 months straight, 6 months straight, he never had one single crisis, not one. Wow. For 6 months straight. Wow. And the father was like, he was always on the lookout, waiting. You know, when you put your ear down to hear, oh, they said somebody is crying. Who is that? He is always at the last to see if it was the boy, if it has started again, where they should start going to the hospital. Or he said for 6 months straight, Alex, it has not happened in his how many years? It has not happened 6 months straight. The boy never had crisis. And I'm sure that crisis section in the life of that boy has been put to rest. Thank you so very much for listening to me. This is just for anybody in the house here who may be having a sickle cell issue. Before I leave, there's another young boy. I went on a hospital charity visitation some time ago, and I found a young boy. The boy is less than 5, and the eye colored, the color of the eyes was looking like Lucozade. If you have seen Lucozade or you know what Lucozade is,
Yeah.
that was the color of the eyes of this boy. And I was like, what is this? With this boy, and he said, oh, that he has a sickle cell. He ran into crisis. That is why the mother is here with him. They've been in the hospital for 3 days now. And I said, the color of the eye is still like this. He said, yes. I said, okay, I would like to meet the mom if you won't mind. The mom came out and she was willing. One thing about the parents of most of these cases, they are usually very, very willing, because I'm sure it is a big task to have a child that is always falling sick. I saw one woman today backing a boy. The boy should be in his maybe 13, 14, 15, and the mother was having him on his back, on her back. I can imagine what is happening with that child. So back to the story of the small boy. The mother was willing to do anything to help in the case of the son.
So, could you please unmute? Mute yourself, please.
So,
sorry.
The mother was willing to get the product for the son, and I took it upon myself to follow through with the boy to know what's happening with him. Ladies and gentlemen, when we started the therapy for him, 4 days later, just 4 days after he started the therapy, the eyes became crystal clear. And the mom was like, she had never seen that boy with clear eyes since she gave birth to him. That when he had that colored eye, they questioned jaundice. They said maybe the bilirubin was so high, but she didn't know what it was until he started falling sick after 3 months, and they discovered that he was actually a sickle cell sufferer. And they did everything. They saw different eye doctors and nothing could happen. And 4 days into the therapy, just 4 days into the therapy, his eyes became crystal clear. And I think the mother will never forget about Phytoscience in Ori. Thank you, everyone. Let me leave this place now so that somebody else will share. Thank you, everyone.
Astonishing, indeed. Thank you so very, very much. You see, right from the wound healing testimonies, you can always verify every testimony that is given here. I had a case. What brought me into Phytoscience was a cyst that after taking 2 sachets of the double stem cell that our kind, very kind Alex, Mama Alex gave me. She didn't give it to me actually. She gave it to me to give to my son. But I decided to take it because after hearing all the wonderful things, the bogus, it seemed bogus to me, incredible stories she had told. I said, if this thing can heal cancers, I can heal that terrible diabetic gangrene she showed me, let's see what it would do. And I took it, and I had a cyst that was going to be operated on, get soft, and then develop into an abscess and burst. I was bringing out pus and blood, and it was a big wound on my breast. And because I didn't know what Phytoscience, I mean, that I was still skeptical. Even after I had done that, I still went to take augmentin and all that. It wasn't doing anything. It was just oozing out liquid and getting bigger and looking really horrible. And I went back, and I called Alex. I always say this thing, and I said, these products are made for me. Yeah, I don't know about you, but made for me. Because I cannot swallow tablets. I have to chew it or do something, I can't swallow it. But here comes this one, and I told her, she said, hey, I have a testimony. And then she brought that wonderful package to me, that silver package. And one envelope, 14 days after I started taking it, horrible sore with patches, with white pus coming out, healed, and my skin was like nothing had ever been there before. So when we talk about wound healing, testimony number one. Thank you so very much, Alex, because I know what sickle cell does. I know what it does to the body. I know what it does to families. And so if you have the testimony that can tell you that you can get your result from it, oh, it's what is its weight in gold. Thank you so very much. Okay, we don't have so much time, but testimonies from these two people who was here. Just before Lillian comes on, Tonya the Great, we'd like to hear your testimony. Please come online. The floor is yours. Unmute yourself and let's hear. Lillian, we are keeping you in the cooler. We are waiting for you. Tonya, please come on. Is Tonya in the room?
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry, I'm going to do this without my video.
Good evening. I know something that some people don't know, but I will not talk about it now. Yes, let's hear. Let's say you're welcome. Welcome back from the moon. Good to have you here.
Okay, on a last note, my name is Tonya. In fact, I want to speak Pidgin.
Yes,
My name
yes.
is Tonya.
Yes. We like that ginger and the spice.
Good morning to those who be morning for their side. Good afternoon to those who be afternoon for their side. And for those on a good evening. I actually don't date this business for like 4 years. That's like since 2018. And there's been plenty testimonies, but this very recent one, my cousin, whose father retired from custom, I think he was a controller before he retired. He's been complaining about this glaucoma thing. And I told her initially, like 2 years ago, about the stem cell therapy. But she took me for granted, if I would say. But recently the man tilted to blindness. And so it was a concern. So now reminded I said, but I've told you about this before. Coincidentally, the mom, who was my auntie, became very ill. They've taken her to different hospitals around the Warri environment, Lily Clinic, the likes, and all that. They ran all the tests. It didn't show anything. So I called her. I said, I would suggest they get the stem cells. And they did. And just like 4 days, it popped out the cancer. Unfortunately, it has eaten so deep, all the ovaries, all the what have you, she couldn't survive it because it was already the last stage. She died after like 2 weeks, sorry. So that's now gave the husband like, oh, what is this? They've been doing all the kind of tests and they didn't know what was wrong with her. Just introducing this and it brought out what was wrong. Unfortunately, they didn't handle it on time. So he was like, he would want to also get it. So I had to talk with him. He had that glaucoma, which was already a blind case. He had sugar. He had high blood pressure. From him, the diabetes has been like over 25 years.
Whoa.
And so I suggested they get the gold package, at least. Drawing legs, drawing hands, and everything. They were able to get some products. And the man started. And he's been on it for a month plus before the wife's burial. So on the wife's burial day, I went to him. I said, Daddy, how do you feel? He said, Doctor.
Doctor, yes.
He said, Doctor, for over 25 years, my sugar has never been stable like it is now. I was like, okay. And he said, my BP is normal now.
Wow.
I was looking at him. And I was like, what about the eyes? He said, I can see faintly now. I'm still going to take more. You said I should take it for 6 months. I said, yes. He said, I'm going to buy more so I can take it truly. I've spent a lot. I've been to different specialists. No one has been able to give me this solution I have now. I said, seriously? He said, yes, and that's why I called you doctor, because I don't know if you studied medicine or not, but for you to have given me something that has brought down my sugar for the past 1 month, my sugar has been okay, my BP has been okay, it means it is working. And I just need, it's expensive, but and today I called him. I said, Daddy, how do you feel? He said, my eyes are better.
Wow.
I can see better than I was seeing the other time, you know. And so I just encouraged him to keep taking the therapy, like the 6 months I prescribed to him. So I just felt I should share this. It could help.
So much. Thank you so very much. This is the hope that some people, you see this testimony you're giving, so I am just wishing that a classmate of mine, he called me and called the prof as well too. And he told me, my classmate is in his 50s. He says he's blind now. He's blind now. He has used all kinds of things. And I felt so sorry for him. So sorry for him. So someone like that now, he hears this testimony now, you can imagine how encouraged he would be. Thank you so much for sharing this awesome testimony. Giving back hope to the hopeless. That's actually what we do. You can imagine the hospitals have not given him any relief. I'm not saying that hospitals are bad, but I mean, I come from a line of medical people. I'm an uncle. Yes, I can see my little cousin. She's here. The daughter of my uncle, who is a doctor, is here. My mom is a retired nurse. But I tell you that when you see a good thing, you have to acknowledge it. And this is a product that is good. See what has happened here. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Tonya the Great. Meanwhile, she's from Asaba. So, Mercy, Blessing, you are here. You can reach out to her. I have someone who is a resident of Asaba here as well too. She's our ambassador in the South there. Thank you so much, Tony the Great. We have a little time and we cannot but ask our friend from Uganda, Lillian, to come share a few testimonies with us. Lillian, the floor is yours. Please welcome her with a round of applause. All the way from Uganda, she's here with us tonight. Welcome. Lillian, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
You're welcome.
Wow. Phytoscience, we are the trend maker.
Yes,
we are.
The trend maker. Yes, we are. Alex, please help me spotlight her.
Are you seeing me am I clear? Is my voice clear?
Your voice is clear, but I'm yet to see. Oh, I'm the host now. Let me see if I can spotlight you. Let me see. Okay, no, I'm not anymore. Alex, please help me spotlight her. You are host. Alex has been going in and out. I think network has been rough with her, but just go on anyway. At least let's start hearing you speak.
Shekina Lawal.
Oh, Shekina Lawal is that host? Oh, no. Alexandra is Alex is still host. Please, Lillian, go ahead. Let's hear you speak.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, my name is Lillian Mugabekazi. You can say Queen Lillian because in my language, in my tribe, Mugabekazi means queen. So I'm so happy to be here tonight. I'm so happy for the host, Madam Anka. I salute you. I'm so happy for Professor Adeloye. I love that name. For always inviting me. He always invites me, and whenever I can, I always respond positively. I thank Madam Alexandra from Nigeria. You're very good. You're good at, I always see you shining on Facebook. I comment, I like, I love. Oh my God, everyone, Madam Patience, you're most welcome. Nice to see you here. And Mr. Oh my God, I always follow you guys. You're amazing. Uganda loves you so much, people. Now my testimony, I have like 3 testimonies, but tonight let me share. Can I share 2? 1?
Okay, let us see if you can reserve 1 and you can share 2 with us. So we can reserve it for another time. Thank
It's
you.
okay. So
Yes.
far,
Share
I
2
want to
with us.
first share my own 1 testimony of mine and another testimony of someone. I have 2 testimonies of my own self, but I have other testimony of my colleague that I served. First of all, I thank God for Phytoscience. I was picked from Facebook by leader Herbert Uganda, and he insisted on me not until I decided. Now, by the time I joined Phytoscience, I saw what inspired me to join Phytoscience was a testimony from a lady from Nigeria. I don't know whether this lady is on this Zoom. She had a challenge with fibroid and painful menstrual periods. She was demonstrating how she used something like STC something, and it had not worked for her. So Herbert sent me this. I said, really? Because for the life I had, I was going through very hard life during my menses. I had no fibroids, I had nothing, but it was so painful and terrible from the age I started up to last year when I tested on stem cells. Me, I could fall sick. The whole village could know. The whole school could know. I could be in the hospitals. Yes, I even have color like scars where they could help me. I could run mad like during my period. Everyone, even my mother could fear. I could go in the hospital. They just inject me painkillers. That's the end. And the following month, the same thing. I don't know what I can say. I could lie on my belly. It is terrible. It is terrible. And everyone got to know about my sickness. There's a time I reached and I was not feeling shy of people getting to know that I have this challenge. I just became part of me. Then when I joined Phytoscience, I didn't have the money and I did not get my own package, by the way. I just joined through someone's account. Herbert told me, if you help yourself promote, and you're going to get the money, make your own order. So there happened to be Zoom 2021 last year. When I was on Zoom, I didn't even know a lot about it. Then I won myself 1 pack of double stem cell. I used it. It was November. It was 2 weeks before my period. I said, let me try this. These people have talked about these things. Let me just try, just trying. I tried. When it came to my periods, people, let me tell you, stem cells are miraculous products in this world. I can say they are God sent. When I approached my periods, I even forgot that I was meeting my periods. I even forgot that there used to be, and do you know when someone is there waiting for the pain? Because I was used, it was part of me, I was waiting for the pain. I didn't see the pain. I just saw blood coming. I didn't know what's happening. Almost went crazy. Went on one of my inbox. I told her she's called Claire, but she's not in Phytoscience, like she's not active. I said, Claire, you know what? This is, I cried, I wrote a very long, I first wrote a message, then from there, I made noise on audios. I said, I've never seen this in my life for over 10 years. This is a miracle. I cried. Then she had to send the message to the whole group. I was like, oh my God, I've seen God. I was so excited. You know, that single day, no pain, no nothing, no painkiller. Up to today, I've never bought painkiller. I used to take 15 tablets every month. I started with Panadol. I went to I even knew all the names because I could even go in the pharmacy and I say, I want this. This is what it is. If you give me something else I don't want, because I was already addicted. So up to now, I've not taken. Even my mom, I told mom, and she's not getting transformations. Said, if you really got rid of that, I'm going to get you cancer. So let me tell you, if you're Zoom and it's your first time or it's your second time, whatever, don't worry. God has your time. God knows why you're here. So please, I thank God for Phytoscience. I thank God for my upline Herbert. I thank God for Leader Martin, because if he had not opened his mouth to tell other people about this, where would I be? Oh my God, I'm so excited. I used to cry by the time I could share this testimony, but I'm used, and I've not even shared it by so much on Ugandan platform because I could not believe. You know, it would take long to believe. I could say, is it true? I mean, maybe next month I'll feel that pain, but it's no longer there. Thank you so much, Madam Anka, for
Thank
that.
you so very
sharing.
much. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you for
so
the
that is
beautiful testimonies. Thank you. We
yes.
appreciate
Now
you taking
the
your
second
time
one,
to be here. Sorry?
You said I should give two.
Oh yeah. Okay. You
one.
have a second one. Right. That's true.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I cannot forget. Now, remember, I joined Phytoscience, and I joined Phytoscience. I didn't work. It was not about working, and I didn't have the money. Then I went and got a job. Now I did not want to promote because I was not sure by then. Now it was last year when I started seeing, when I got my testimony and I started seeing people that I left in Phytoscience, I'm making a lot of money. I said, hey, what am I doing this side? I just came and resigned. I resigned this year in July. I said, let me go and make money if these people can promote, and me who has a testimony, and I have more than two. I said, let me go. I just came and started on trainings. Now, you know, I'm now really good. I'm feeling good. I'm not ashamed. I'm confident. I can speak to professors. I can speak to doctors. I can speak to everyone. However small I am, people look at me. They just know, this young girl. What is she going to tell us? But I tell them what comes out of my head. They just like, wow. Now I worked on a guy. He got someone on Facebook who gave him my number, and he came when he was talking of asthma, that he was asthmatic for over 4 years. Now I served him. I was away, and I sent him to office. Leader Herbert, my upline, worked on him. This guy took stem cells for 1 to 5 days, and I had not met him before, and he gave me a call. He was like, Lillian, he started speaking my language, and I realized I didn't know that he was my tribe. I said, what have you given me? Do you know that this thing, my ball is dark. I'm passing out dark things. That was Snowfield. He took a package where there's Snowfield Fort, the cleanser, the detox. Hope you guys know about it. And he was like, do you know that he took it during the day, and then the following day in the morning, that is when he called me, like, do you know that I even got worried? I was like, maybe even my intestines are going to get out. I passed out darkish ball, and I just first laughed and I told him, no, feel free. How long have you washed your colony? How long have you've been brushing, wash your face, wash your body, shower and do? How long have you cleansed your body? And I told him, though, that is the healing process. It is trying to remove what does not belong to the body, what does not belong to the colony. Now, this guy got confident now. He started, then later, he had ulcers. After 2 weeks, he told me he's now eating matoke. We have common food called matoke. It has, is it fiber or something? He said he had ulcers for years. Now he has eaten matoke. There's no problem for now, 2 weeks. Now ulcers went. From there, he had not told me that some other issues. He only told me asthma. Now he had that ulcers, those ones went. Then his sexual, I can say sexual, is it called energies or what, the libido and whatever had gone down. He could not, what can I say, could not play the game well because, you know, you're sick, the whole system gets sick. So he later wrote in my inbox, he said, Lydia, the things you gave me work. I have a testimony already. Then he wrote to me. Then I said, okay, congratulations. Is the wife okay? Is she happy? He said, yes, yes, yes. I said, okay, let's do that. Now later on, after 2 months, he came to office. He gave a testimony of a combination of like 5 conditions, which he had never told me. Then he took me to his workplace. He works with AIDS something in Uganda. He took me and he said, this is the girl who has given me. Then I started talking to everyone. Later on, he came to office and testified of that he had hemorrhoids. He was operated twice before stem cells. Then he called me and said, you know what, I'd forgotten to give you another testimony that his prostate had started enlarging and shrinking and what, a lot of things. He said, now that doctor said, I don't need surgery because he had an appointment of surgery after 6 months. Remember, he has taken stem cells now 2 months. When he went back, the doctor told him, no need of surgery. Your stuff, your balls, your what are very normal. The guy called me and he was like shouting, oh God, you people, we have gold. We have gold in our hands. I have a lot to talk, but let me end here. People, please, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'll be sharing more and more and more. Thank you. Bye. I salute you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please let us show reaction. This beautiful young lady. That's a good thing about Phytoscience. You find young people, you find older people, you find old people, and we are all in it. And I forgot to mention this. I'm just looking at my beloved son, Prof. now. He's looking 20 years younger than before he started Phytoscience. I mean, it's real. I'm not saying this because of my son. I mean, it's true. It's true. He's 20, 25 years younger. Honestly speaking, I mean, we are going to show he has a before and after picture. Thank you. But I know I've known for like 18 years now. So no, more than 18 years. What am I saying? Before I had my daughter, yeah, like 20, 25 years or so. So I know what I'm talking about. Looking a lot younger. So older people look younger. The young people are accomplished and just really just having a wonderful time. So we've had so many testimonies, and some of you may be wondering, what are these miracle working products? What actually are they? So I'm going to ask Prof to run the slide so you can get a good picture of what we are talking about. So you don't go out, you don't know what is what, someone could deceive you. I've had people show me, oh, this is it, this, and lo and behold, the wrong thing. So we don't want you to go out there and make that kind of mistake. Prof, kindly share the slides with our products. Let them just have a look at what our products are. And of course, if you're going to ask for it, you're going to go and ask whoever it is that invited you. Yes, you're you started sharing your screen. While he's sharing it, I would just like to encourage you, be like me. Go for a good product, and you may want to say you want to buy one to test it. I will advise you, don't do that. Get from the company. It's cheaper that way anyway. And you are also sure that company will know you and will, oh, am I knocked out? Oh, my internet is.
No, we can hear you clearly. No? We can hear you clearly.
Okay, am I done?
Yes, yes, ma, you're back.
Okay, I was just wondering, what did I do? Okay, did Prof share screen? Did he share his slides while I was away?
I just started sharing now.
Okay, you're sharing now.
This thank you so much, ma.
Okay.
This is first product, double stem cell, and crystal cells an upgrade to double stem cell. What's the difference between double stem cell and crystal cell? In addition to whatever double stem cell has, crystal cell has tomato
Somebody else,
phytonutrients.
so sorry, Prof. I don't know. Are other people viewing it? Can other people view the screen? Am I the only one that can view it?
It's no longer showing.
Okay. Okay, Prof.
Yeah.
So maybe because of time, maybe we could just give them a flick. Just tell them the names of the products because we have far exceeded our time. If that means I have to share it again.
Okay.
Just look at the names of the products.
Can you see the screen now?
Just started sharing. Okay, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I want Bola to even put it in the mode for,
okay.
This is crystal cell
Right.
and double stem cell. These are the primary products that regenerate every cell and every tissue in the body. The difference between crystal cell and then double stem cell is that this one has tomato phytonutrient, which makes it to have more healing power. So that is why if someone has cancer, for instance, we ask them to take crystal cell. That's also what you use for fibroid. And then if a diabetic, you have sores. This will make the sore to heal. While this person is taking this from inside, the miracle intense essence will be working from outside. And the way it is taken, either double stem cell or crystal cell, under the tongue, I'm not going to dwell so much on that. The other products, let's go straight to Snowfield Fort. Snowfield Fort is the cleanser. It helps the body to detoxify. It balances weight, sugar, and then it's so wonderful because it makes your pH to be at the right level so that other products work more efficiently when you are taking stuff, but it sets the body in such a way that the other products will work efficiently. And that's what sickle cell anemia patients must take alongside double stem cell or crystal cell. And you can see the color here. That shows you that that person won't be having any crisis anymore. The bone marrow will stop producing sickle cells and start producing oval cells. And once oval cells are being produced, that means the blood cells can carry, red blood cells can carry oxygen and nutrition to every small vessel inside the body. So there won't be crisis anymore. Snowfield Fort is poured inside 50 cl of water and then mixed thoroughly and sipped over a period of time, 1 hour, about 30 minutes to 1 hour. Then this is Actual Plus. It is the best aid when you are trying to build your immunity, especially formulated for those who are recovering from any serious ailment and for diabetics. The diabetic, we need to add this to crystal cell or double stem cell and then Snowfield Fort. This is Miracle Intense Essence. We have heard so much about Miracle Intense Essence. This is a beauty product. We have heard, so I don't want to bother us again with Miracle Intense Essence, but it's a miracle on its own. This H2O moisturizer, that's our skin and beauty product. Just rub it on your face and your neck, and then it will block off the harmful effect of gamma rays, from ultraviolet rays. And of course, other higher frequencies like gamma rays and all those ones will be taken care of. Then the next one is the product for the eyes and the brain. So if you know somebody that is suffering from Parkinson's disease, so in addition to crystal cell and double stem cell, that person will take this product. So it will slow down degenerative problems in the brain. It will also take care of blue light, from the computer, from our phones and all those things. It will help your child to learn better because it will help the brain. Whoever is doing brain work, we also find this product very useful. Well, Big Boss Alex, maybe you talk about new lights. You said you have a testimony on new light and new thoughts. So I'm through with the products because you just run through so quickly.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mama.
Okay. Apart from the new light and new thought, just give me a second. I have the pack. Let me just go show it to us because it's really important for a minute.
Yes, Mama. While showing the slide, Ma, I just I got a question from Madam Cecily asking us that if all the testimonies we are giving are so true, why are products not very popular? One thing I can assure Madam Lizzie is that by God's grace, in another 1 or 2 months, you will also come here to give many loads of testimonies. That we can assure you, Ma. We are people of integrity here. We built our name over the years. And I can assure you, all of us in those here, we cannot do anything to tarnish that name we have built over the years. Thanks so much, Ma. Thank you, Mama Anka. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you. So here you have the new light. Can you see it? Is it visible?
Very much visible.
Okay. This is the new light. And then this is the new thought. Wonderful product, actually. And very tasty, easy to take, and very effective. You won't believe it. People, our members here, I gave this to, and 3 days taking it, they lost up to 3-4 kg naturally. So I know it's going to be a game changer. So those are products you've heard. If you need it, and I bet you do need it, you do need it. Not only for sick people. What we didn't tell you is that everybody needs our products. If you're well, great, so that you keep being well, so that you don't be sick. The best thing that can happen to you if you live in a country like Nigeria is actually not to be sick and to go to the hospital. Everybody needs themselves because that is what we are made for. To be in optimum health, so you don't fall sick, you need it. And if for any reason you are sick, you do need our products. You want to get your health back naturally and be at your best. So that is what our products are all about. So please don't make a mistake. Ask whoever it invited you. It's a beautiful, wonderful opportunity. Ask whoever invited you how you can get it. And I can assure you, your life will never be the same again. We were talking about the business aspect of it, of people who are interested in that. You have smart users, and then we have business people also. You can actually make a lot of money from this. I got into it, Professor Adeloye got into it, not knowing that we could make any business out of it. He, for instance, thought he was not cut out for network marketing. I was also like that. I didn't have a clue. In fact, I felt that I was not. But hey, here am I today after my experience. The natural thing to do is to talk about it. And when you talk about it to other people, you get paid for it. That is what we are all about here. Sharing the goodness of Phytoscience, getting your health back, and at the same time, being wonderfully blessed in your pocket today. Well, if you're here for the first time, I would like you to go back to wherever it is I invited you. Sorry, we overshoot our time. We normally should have been done within an hour, 30 minutes. We're just a little bit over it. Next time when we invite you, we are not going to stay as long as this, but I believe that you've gotten good value for the time that you've been here. Take the action. Ask whoever that is that invited you and come on to enjoy all the goodness of Phytoscience wellness products. Once again, I want to appreciate your time here with us. I believe you've got good value for it. And when we call again next week, along with somebody else, and if you are interested in making money or getting financial health this time around, whoever it is that invited you, tell the person to send you a link to our business aspect. Masogunle, were you raising your hand? Is it a question of our leaders?
No,
or are
sorry.
you
Sorry, I wanted to clap, so I mistakenly
okay.
raised my hand.
Okay.
Well done, ma.
I
Well
thought that's
done,
what. Thank you
Thank
so very much. I want to acknowledge all those who are coming for the first time in particular. I'm sad that you stuck to it, you stayed till the very end. I want to take that as an indication of you being interested in getting good value for your time here. Noella is my baby sister. She's here today. Her father is a doctor. Her mother too has a PhD. Welcome here. I hope you've had a good time. Blessing from Asaba and every other person there. Pa Lawrence, thank you so much coming all the way from Canada. He's here. It's just a great encouragement to us and every single one of you. I can't mention all the names now. I'm using my laptop, so I can't even see everybody. But I just want to thank you and appreciate you for coming in here. I don't know if our Mama Alex is still, she finally came back. She has a word for us as she closes us. I hand it over to you. Thank you so much. Alex, over to you.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you so very much. Please, if you are not too busy, can you help me fill this screen with reaction? Help me to bless this Mama with reaction. Please. Help me to fill this house with reaction. Thank you so very much, ma'am. You did awesomely well. I am sure there is no one here tonight who is not being touched by one or more of the testimonies. If you are listening to us or you are joining us for the first time, I want to assure you that here we share unembellished testimonies. We share them real and raw, the way they came. We are not talking about things that are not verifiable. We are not talking about things that you cannot question. I want to say a very big thank you to you all that have been called. I called some people while the meeting was going on, and I can see some people really did join us. This is not rocket science. It is simply the latest technology in the world. I said it that Phytoscience stem cell is a revolution. This revolution actually belongs to the next century, but we are so privileged to have it in our time. What will you be doing with this information that you gathered this evening? What will you be doing after tonight? I heard about Phytoscience stem cell for the first time on the 13th of January 2017. And from that day till today, I have not kept quiet. I have become a cockatoo, I have become a nightingale, I have become a parrot in sharing about Phytoscience stem cell and everything that it does. You will feel so happy when you know that somebody is gaining health because you shared this beautiful testimony with them. The recording of this testimony is going to be forwarded to everybody who have need of them. Please get back to the person who's invited you. I am sorry, there's someone here from Uganda, Mr. Albert. I'm so sorry I invited Mr. Albert to share his testimonies. His testimonies are mind-blowing. But because our time is fast spent, I want to implore Mr. Albert, if we will call you next time, I really am very sorry because I dragged you out of a very big, a very busy day, and you did oblige us, but because our time has really gone far, we wouldn't want to stay keep everybody waiting. Please, Mr. Albert, next time you will help us share your testimony. And I tell you, when you listen and you see Mr. Albert's testimony, you're going to break into goosebumps. I assure you of that. You're going to break into goosebumps because he shares them raw. You won't even want to, who are always advise viewers discretion. You will not want to look at them because he will give it to you the way it is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have listened, you have heard us talk, you have heard people share their testimony. From this day henceforth, I want to dash you a conscience, and the conscience is you will stop saying do, hey, yeah, sorry, oh, when there is a case. You will want to share the Phytoscience therapy, Phytoscience business, Phytoscience stem cell with anybody. Don't say this person is too big or this person is too small. There is one thing I want to assure you of. Nobody wants to die, irrespective of inflation, recession, or whatever it is that is going around the world now. So please tell that person, talk to that person, speak with them, share this. It may not be for you. Sincerely, you might be here this evening and everything you've listened to may not be for you. It's actually not for everybody. But if people who really know the worth of what they've listened to tonight, if you know that the stem cell industry is rising very fast, if Market Watch gave a projection that by 2024, the stem cell market will rise to $467 billion, yes, the journals are interested. Barack Obama invested large amounts of taxpayers' money for the research of stem cells. The person who shared, one of the person who shared today is Professor Babatunde Adeloye, a professor of physics. A lot of people shared here. Many of them are non-medical personnel, but because they found joy. Mama Anka told us that she does not do this kind of business, but because she became a testimony herself, she cannot keep quiet. Don't wait until you become a testimony. Share it with somebody. Somebody's life is at stake right now. Somebody is about to die now. Somebody may be dying tomorrow, but you know you can help that person. If Mama Evangelist Olanrewaju was given a death date for 3 months to die, and this is 3 years and counting, and she's still alive because she found Phytoscience, then don't keep this to yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a very big thank you to you. I will be signing out, but before we do that, we have a way of greeting ourselves. We are Phytoscience Trend Maker. Tomorrow, the 23rd November 2022, we'll be sharing the business aspect of this. It's a perfect buffet. There is the wellness and the wealth creation. You can choose the wellness, you can choose the wealth creation, or you can go with a total package. If you really want to know how you can make money, it is about the health of your body and the health of your pocket. If you want the health of your pocket, I came for the health of my pocket, but today I'm propagating wellness. If you want the health of your pocket and the wellness of your body, please, when I mean wellness of your body, you don't necessarily have to be sick. But for the fact that you want to prevent and you don't want to be sick, you will want to take a deeper look at Phytoscience. So tomorrow we will be talking about the wealth part of Phytoscience stem cell therapy. Kindly get back to the person who's invited you to please not take away that side of it from you. Let them give you the link for tomorrow. It's not going to be the same link, the link for tomorrow, so you can enjoy everything in totality. Now in Phytoscience, when we greet ourselves, we scream, who are we? And your response is, we are the trend maker. So I'm going to unmute everybody. Everybody, you can please unmute yourselves. And we're going to shout, who are we?
We are the
trend
trend
makers.
Yes, we are the gold rushers. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so very much. Awesome having you here. I want to see everybody tomorrow.